Hello and welcome everyone to another video on my channel. Today we look at Dimir Midrange. It's the first time of me playing this deck, but we're gonna play some more rats in this deck. We have Nashi, and Nashi Search in the Dark went crazy with nowhere to run. Have a look at the games. Yeah, we play Dimir Midrange. I know a deck you probably saw many times. I never played it myself, because I thought, if you want to watch this type of deck, you can watch any type of content creator, right? But I thought, okay, let's try this once out. But I want to have a bit of a different spin. I know that Azure Beastbinder was always a card that has some place in some lists, which is a 2/1/1/3 Rat Rogue Vigilance. This creature can be blocked by creatures power 2 or greater, and whenever this creature attacks, up to one target artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all ability until your next turn. If it is a creature, it also has base power and toughness 2/2 until your next turn. So you can really do cool things with this. I mean, you can shut off cards, and that's really good. And since it's a rat, I was like, okay, are there any other rats that would fit in this type of deck? So I was looking around and I found Nashi, Search in the Dark, which is a 2-mana 2/2 Menace, Red Ninja Wizard. And whenever Nashi deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. You may put any number of legendary or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards into your hand this way, put the +1/+1 counter on Nashi. So this card fits in a deck like this in many ways. First, it has Menace, so it can avoid, and you can play a Kaito with Ninjutsu. The other part what I like about this card is it gives you card on hand, right? It's like a bit of a draw. We run a lot of creatures, and you run usually the enchantment with Enduring Curiosity, right? Kaito is a legendary, which is really nice. I mean, we also add other cards, but what I was thinking is, okay, is there removal? Yes, there is. Nowhere to run. 2-mana enchantment flash. When this enchantment enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. Creature your opponent control can be the target of spells and ability as though they didn't have hexproof. Water ability of those creatures don't trigger. This is a card that is, I mean, against creature-based decks is a bit tricky, right? Against Mono Red, this is an amazing card. It hits basically everything except the dragon. So you love to see that card. And finding an additional removal makes this card way better in this deck, because some lists already run copies of this, but I feel it's a bit clunky. If you play against like a mono green deck, sure, it can be nice. You can go around the snake skins there, but a 10/10 Hydra is a bit harder to deal with, right, with nowhere to run. But I think if you actually can find the card with Nashi as well, this card gets way stronger, I think. So this is why we're going to play Nashi here. We have also some other removal spells. We have one Overshoot in the Sheriff here. It's a 2-mana instant, destroy target non-outlaw creature. And the one Long Goodbye here, which is mainly here to destroy different opponent's Kaitos for 2 mana. So these are our main removal spells in the deck. The rest is quite standard. You have the Kaito Bane of Nightmares, a 4-mana 4 loyalty planeswalker with Ninjutsu 3. During your turn, this card is hexproof and is a 3/4 creature. You can +1 it, get the ninja you control, get +1/+1 emblem. 0s, you well 2, draw a card if an opponent lost life, and -2, you can tap a creature and put 2 stun cards on it. I don't think I have to say too much about this card. This card is just powerful. Draw gives you empty way of attack. And you can also make your ninja stronger, which we now have here with Nashi as well. So a little bit more synergy there, right? Usually in a Dimir list, you have like different ways of building it, right? You have either more 1-drops where you want to be more Kaito heavy. You would have probably also 4 Kaito on these lists. We don't have that. We have 6 1-drops, which is the Spyglass Siren, a 1-mana 1/1 with flying. When it enters, create a map token. You know I love that card. And we have 2 Cecils here. Maybe can play 3, but it was quite good. 1-mana 2/3, Death Touch, Darkness. When Cecil is damaged, you lose that much life. Then if your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, untap Cecil and transform it. And you have this 4/4 lifelinker with Protect, which is really nice. Then you also have the standard cards, right? You have the Deep-Cavern Bats here. I've always been a bit, I mean, I've not been the biggest fan of this card in Kaito because of the bounce thing, right? But the 2-mana 1/1 with flying lifelink overall is strong, especially if you can have a look at the opponent's hand. To get the removal away, of course, is great, or any other card is great when this card enters. But what I like about this is to get the look, because when you play a deck like this, I honestly feel like once I know what the opponent has on hand, I can plan my turn way better. And especially in best of 1, this is really important, I think. Floodbait's Drowner, this card, it has to be a 4th. 2 mana, 2/1, flash Vigilance. When this creature enters, tap target creature, opponent controls, and put a stun counter on it. Then, for 2, and tap, shuffle this creature and targets creature with a stun counter on it in the owner's library. Again, great card, flash. So it gives you option with removal, discard, or counter, whatever you have on your hand. And it also allows you to go through and attack. And is also a way to deal with like big creatures like Hydras and so on. And of course, the Drowner, I mean, as I said, it empties the way for attacks because we also have Enduring Curiosity, which is a 4 mana for a free flash cat glimmer enchantment creature. Whenever a creature controls the combat damage to a player, draw a card. And this card is absolutely busted, right? I mean, in a tempo deck, like you saw in my mono blue tempo deck just recently, this card can just, once you have this established with your creatures, the tempo is there. It's just there. And yeah, when this one dies, it comes back as an enchantment. That's just also really nice. I also play 2 Preacher of the Schism here, a 3 mana, 2/4 Death Touch. This card gives you draws, depending on your life total, or just gives you the Vampire Lifelink 1/1. Both is fine. I like that it's a Death Toucher. It prevents certain attacks, and if they don't have anything, you just get advantage, which is nice. I also added a 1 of Lord Skitter, Sewer King here, which is a 3 mana, 3/3 Rat Noble. Whenever another rat you control enters, exile up to 1 target card from opponent's graveyard. Really good. Really good card, especially against VV kind of decks, right? You can exile these cards, which is nice against other decks as well, of course. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this token can block. So the token is fine, of course, with a Curiosity. You can also use it to play a Kaito. And yeah, I think it's just a cool card as a one-off because you can also find it with Nashi. It's a legendary card, right? So really nice to find that one there. And yeah, I mean, 1 Tishana Tidebinder here. It's a really cool card. It's a really cool card. It can shut down many things. It's a bit weak with the 3/2, right? 3 mana 3/2 usually is not that strong. Flash. And if you shut something off, you can never really attack with this one. But as a one-off, it can be always clutch, right? I think this card, I wanted to play 2, but I didn't manage to fit in 2, so it was 1. And when this creature enters, counter up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. If an ability of an artifact creature or planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as this creature remains on the battlefield. So yeah, it can be really handy. There are many things where you can use it on. Cauldrons, right, which we used. We played against Vivi 2 times and I won both games. Really nice. And I was a bit scared about nowhere to run going into Vivi because of the Cauldron reaction. But yeah, we won both games against Vivi with this configuration. And the last card I want to show you is the Phantom Interference, which is an instant, and for 2 mana you can counter a spell unless they pay 2, and for 4 you get a 2/2 White Spirit token with flying. Mana base here, we lean a bit more on attacking lands. We have 2 Soulstone Sanctuaries here, and we play Triple Reef. Both attacking lands, the rest is quite standard. I wanted to have 2 starting towers as well here. And yeah, I mean, I can go in detail of this deck, but the main reason why we have this configuration is, as I said, we have Nashi here, which helps us find the nowhere to run. And I really like that. And with Nashi, we can also have Lord Skitter, of course, and Lord Skitter works great with Azure Beastbinder. And Azure Beastbinder, of course, works great because it's hard to block that card since we have Curiosity and Kaito. This enables these 2 cards even better. This was the main idea behind this, and this is the first time I played Dimir Midrange, and I think I did quite well for that. Cool deck. I mean, I can see why people love Dimir Midrange, but I think maybe I will try this even more into a rat theme, because I really like Nashi Search in the Dark. When I played this, it was amazing, and when we had on the play Kaito turn 3, I felt like, yeah, this is a bit too strong. So maybe if there will be a ban for Cauldron or for VV, this deck needs to get a hit too. Can you ban Kaito? Maybe you can. But yeah, I just scared sometimes when people ban a card and then the other deck that was actually already strong, which just gets stronger, right? But yeah, cool deck overall, and if you like my content, feel free to subscribe and like. I would love to get your input on this type of Dimir deck. Did you try a Dimir Rats theme deck? Because there are so many rats, but I think they lost a bit of value after rotation. But yeah, I wanted to play the rats, and it was super fun to play, and I would say I enjoy the games. Okay. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, we have 2 lands, so I can play a lot of my cards. An opponent is going for Mulligan. Okay, we're gonna establish this one early now. First rat coming through. Okay, that's maybe gonna be a harder game. Not drawing a land here is, of course, less optimal. So we had flood into nothing, huh? That's a bit unfortunate. Would have loved to see a Kaito there, then probably game over, right? But hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Nice to see another land here, and then we go in. Guys, this is how I play the game sometimes. Literally like this. Drawing 2 lands or drawing 10 lands in the top 10 cards. Hey, another creature. Another creature. Yeah, come on, can I have something at least? This is the most stupid game ever. But hey, what can I do? What the hell can I do here? Opponent is like, I draw lands. Hey, this is a land. Definitely gonna get rid of this here. Probably establish this one. You. I still think we have to play a creature. I wish I could have played Kaito, but... Okay, they have this one, which is less cool, for sure. Kaito would have been the play, but I didn't expect this to happen. Yay, creature. Can you believe it? And turn. Maybe we find a land at one point of the game. But so far, this is not gonna happen. They have another Esper thing there. So what do they have? Why didn't they play that one? I'm a bit confused. They want to draw cards, okay. I mean, at least we can try Kaito, right? The dragons... I don't know what to say, to be honest. I was a bit confused. Okay, try to find a land. That's a bit brutal.
Is its own weapon.
What is going on? Hello? Deck? 17 cards, 3 lands. By this logic, we play a deck with around 10 lands. I just want to say that. Solid 10 lands here from us. Solid 10 lands. And they go like, yeah, let's just play our everything we have, right? Okay. Not much I can do. We're gonna do like this. Maybe we survive. But it's kinda crazy. It's really kinda crazy. Could I have a counter there? Okay, we're gonna lose the board. But we keep Kaito, which is kinda okay. Okay, let's just draw. Ghost Vacuum, okay. I trade. I'm trading. Okay. So we know what they have there, which is a bit unfortunate, but we have to attack here. Still want to draw something. Yeah, let's draw.
Your
Definitely
secrets
not
didn't
you
stay
here.
hidden for long.
Gonna be you. And then we end the turn. Everything we have in our hand is flash. So we try to win this by just attacking. Opponent definitely knows how to draw lands. If they're gonna activate this, we can use Tasha. Dragon. Okay, so maybe bounce is coming in. Okay, not much I can do here. Okay, we're kinda lucky. Kinda lucky. That card is literally whatever here. Cannot counter it as well. The other one we remove in our turn. This one we keep for this. Okay. Just gonna play this quite stupid, but what do you want to do? We're gonna remove the Overlord there for sure. I like this card. Gonna surveil here. I mean, if they don't top deck, they basically
My
lose.
eyes are as sharp as my sword.
Okay, let's draw the land here. And do we want to get rid of that one? Actually want to. They're on 6, so I think it's okay to do so. What do I have there in the graveyard? There's not really a creature. I mean, they can get mine for the tokens. We also have the Reef here, so they have to top deck now. They have to top deck. They didn't top deck. I mean, we've been screwed, and we somehow managed. It's just showing how strong Kaito is, right? It's kind of crazy. Well, GG. Okay, ready? Above average. Above average. We keep this hand. I'm gonna go with this one first. More pressure, I like. Then we go Siren. And hopefully find a land here. Cheska. Okay, we found a land. So it basically guarantees us the Kaito now. Which is quite nice. Okay. The 2-3. Take this one back. So far, all quite standard.
Information is its own weapon.
We're gonna take this one. Okay. We have double rats, so if they have creatures we don't like, we play the rats. Not happy about this one. Not too happy about this one. Okay, this is a bit annoying. I do think I have to draw here. And gonna go more damage, makes our sanctuary stronger too. So maybe find a land. Another rat. Okay. We have a lot of damage on board, so they probably have to go Battlefront here. Snare. Okay, yeah. Still enough damage on board, which is why we do this. Ah, not enough though. We could win, but not enough. We could win here. Okay, so... I mean, I will definitely use the Siren here just to manage somehow, but let's see. Even if we have this, it's a 4-4. It's not enough. Because we 1 mana short to actually use it the way I want. So what we're gonna do is play the Siren here. Now it's all about, are we lucky enough? Is it? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable sometimes. That's so unfortunate. Would have won the game there. Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Gonna draw cards here. We flip. Yeah. It is nice. They usually don't have classic board vibes. We have a flyer, we have a land, we have really a lot of attackers, and we have removal. So they need to have a crazy board here. Okay. They get 1 token and remove 1 of mine. Okay, so the flyer's still there. Okay, we still have a flyer. Still have a flyer here. Okay, so they can use this, of course, to try to block, but that's game. And yeah, GG. Well, sometimes you don't need to even play the rats. This deck is definitely quite strong. Quite strong. Elfanas. Okay, Elfanas. This is our hand. I mean, we cannot play our hand here. Like, as sad as it is. Can try like this. Can try like this. Okay. I mean, I like it now quite a lot. Definitely like it now. Let's see how they play it. I used to like it for a second. Used to like it. Do they have another way? That's quite interesting. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, if we take 1 damage, they take 1 damage. I think they have like annex bot or like a duress. Okay, that's why, huh? So Kaito gone, which yeah is what it is. Demon Wall, okay. Demon Wall is okay. I mean, now it depends how they play it, right? In a perfect world, we can play Curiosity. Not liking this one. Will not give them any draws here. Can tell you that. I would like to have draws though. It's now about the drawing situation, right? They still don't have the flyer and they have 1 attacker, so... And I can block the Acolyte with my Curiosity, so I think it's okay. Quite annoyed about this. Well, they get me. If we don't draw a land here, maybe. It's all not really helpful. Yeah, we have to play it like this. It's super weird. Probably have to double block the Acolytes, which kind of not cool. And they also have the Demon Wall activated. So yeah, they win. They win this one. They had the right card at the right moment. Duress and Charm, so they were prepared. And that one is brutal. I do have to get rid of the Acolyte though. Like I cannot really do much other than that. Maybe there's a top deck world. We do take the damage here though. Do take a lot of damage from Wall and Slasher. But then we can control the Slasher. But the Wall is the problem, right? The Wall is the problem. Okay, they found a land, which, yeah. That Wall is the problem, so we take a ton of damage. So can we find a way with the Wall? No. Okay. No. Cannot win every game, but that was a cool tech there. That got me quite off guard. So GG. This is a playable hand for sure. Interesting. Helix, okay, so they don't have a shock. So we face definitely the burn deck. So they would have to use another shock. Force Charm, okay. We're just gonna attack here. Okay, nothing. And then we're gonna play the beast here. This one is good against Nemesis as well, and double creature is quite nice. I'm not too happy with this, of course. We basically make this a 2-2 do nothing. Keep counter up, attack here, make this a 2-2 do nothing, is quite good. So then they cannot use that ability. I think this is the biggest pressure we can have for next turn. Okay, we take this one. This one. So this is why we play this card. We have a full hand now. They're on 17. Now it's about survival, right? This one we block all day. We have good blocks here. I will block the Nemesis probably. Well, they have a shock, I guess, huh? So let's do it like this. So they are forced to play the shock now, which means they cannot shock the Nemesis. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think it's Cecil and counter. Cecil is, of course, a double-edged sword, but we have 13 life. So the only card I want to get rid of is the Nemesis. This Nashi is crazy. My god. This Nashi is doing crazy work. Finding nowhere to run is pretty good. Okay, so perfect plus, I guess. Cannot be better. It can actually not be better. Especially with the counter. We don't need the Kaito here. It's so weird, right? It's so weird, but... We're just gonna draw a million cards. It's probably double counter, huh? But I do want to have a cheap creature here, actually. This is not double counter. Okay, yeah. I mean, they know. There's no way around this. And Nashi carried this game quite heavy, I have to say. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the card now. Samuel Nara. We go first. This is a keep. This is a keep. We have Cecil into nowhere to run. The Preacher situation is a bit problematic. But still think Cecil before Reef here. I mean, I would like to play Reef though, but you can still draw lands. I'm famous for drawing lands. So why not now, right? And if they, depending what they play, we can just Reef, right? So that works too. They will not drop a creature for sure. If it's Dimir Midrange, there's no creature there. Except the rat if they play it. That's what I mean. So, with their deck, they usually don't have 4 damage here.
This is where things... Ha! I love a dramatic entrance.
So we have to... So, in this matchup, I think we have to plus here, right? Because they can Kaito plus... No, they cannot Kaito plus because it's an attack step. So that's fine.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
They're all good cards. Take another removal here. The bat is okay, but they will just die to any removal. So we have Kaito now on board, and they need that. Usually you run like 2 removal spells that actually hit Kaito. The question is, do they have one of them in their hand, right? That's like the thing here. I mean, they cannot really do much about this. That's such a broken card.
Information is its own weapon.
I'm gonna take a second Kaito, to be honest. This is an interesting turn. I can double spell here, right? Or I can just pass and tap the Floodbinder as well. Which I do like. But yeah, let's pass and then we just remove the creature. It's all about keeping Kaito alive here. It's so weird. It's so weird. Do they have the cat or what's going on? What in the world are they playing? What in the world are they playing? If I find a counter, I'm happy. Can I find the counter though is the question here.
My eyes are as sharp as
But
my
we make sure we keep the lands, right? Dropping a creature here. I mean, the hand must be removal only. Like, what is the hand? We're going double creature here. And then we end. I mean, I have to play it round or something, right? Or is it a different type of deck? Oh, it's a different type of deck. I played too much against a deck I did not expect now, but okay, that's fine. That's fine. We win the game with plus on Kaito if they board wipe, especially with the Drowner. Okay. Then Kaito is even better. Yeah, it's game. Okay, well, it was controlled. We didn't realize, but yeah, GG, we won the game. Dame damaged. Okay, I see what you did. Shocking hand, I would say to this. A shocking hand for sure. Yeah, I mean, having counter up, take 4 damage is not an easy one, but we are definitely playing the Siren turn 1 here. Depending what we see, we make our decisions now, because sometimes you don't need counter, and now you most likely need. Okay. So their turn 2 usually is either a creature. Okay, what we're gonna do is I need to keep my counter for a more dangerous card. So we're going in here. Cauldron is a thing. Cauldron we have this one, but usually gets bounced. We do want to have Kaito quite early. I don't like 2 of them, because they deal with Kaito really well. Have to keep that one in mind. And they can just play the aggro route here and make them stronger. So they would force me into play Kaito at one point. If I attack with Kaito here, it's not good enough. I would like to have Kaito on the next turn. Like, because I can replay the Siren as well. And you could technically Kaito, right? But it's not where you want to be here. They will just discard attack Kaito. I'm forced to tap, then they shoot Kaito with the torch, which is also not something I want. A Scholar. I mean, we can counter the Scholar here, but preferably, if we counter it, we maybe have a... Yeah, I think actually, it's a bit weird, but we're actually gonna counter this here. First, they don't get stronger. Second, I would like to use Tidebinder later on, and I feel like the right play here is Curiosity. I'm pretty sure they have a torch. But if they use the torch, they have to sacrifice one of the creatures right now too. And then they usually cannot play that big of a spell here, because they're forced to do so. And then playing Kaito is more preferable, especially with a backup Siren there. But yeah, we take Cauldron, okay. That's not too dangerous yet. How do they discard with 1 mana? They need 1 more to discard. So I just assume they... Okay, that's fine by me. That's fine by me right now. I mean, the Cauldron is definitely a problem. But we need Tassa to be used in a good way here. I mean, the way it looks is my only pressure point right now. It is my only pressure point. I don't have any removal. There's a lot of removal in the deck, of course, but I didn't find it yet. Okay, Vivi Hardcast. Tidebinder there looks these. Other than that, we don't have a way to deal with it. Which is a bit of a problem, of course. Right now, I think it could be double Curiosity. You could argue Tidebinder is maybe better. But we will attack with both here. If they block with Vivi, we clearly will. Okay, so this is an interesting spot. I think we actually looking for a removal spell if we get both creatures. Otherwise we have to use Tidebinder. If I use Kaito here, I push in more damage and I still have Tidebinder up. If I get a removal, they have creature and this. So I cannot really play Curiosity. It would have to be this way. But I cannot really let Vivi live as well, so... yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, it's just by the odds here that removal will be best to draw. Just by the odds, so... drawing 2 years is definitely my best chance. But that's about it. Okay, found removal here. So I have to use it now. But then I use this. So I made a mistake here. But I'm actually okay if they have Vivi there. Okay, they go for the sacrifice. That's a mistake of me. It's quite interesting that they also made a mistake. Were they Dane damaged? Yeah. No, they didn't. So it's gonna be really interesting now. They need creature here. I mean, Vivi is the worst case, of course. Makes sense now. We can deal with Vivi, or we cannot actually. So they have a lot of mana and 3 cards in hand. How can they utilize this? Yeah, not having good removal early on is a bit tricky. Okay, yeah. That's a bounce. Okay, they used one. They still have another one. Oh, they used both already? Oh yeah, they used it on the bounce. Okay. I mean, I can draw a card with Kaito as well here. And it gives me Surveil. So I guess it is the better option.
Eyes up. Stay focused.
But yeah, need to get rid of Vivi. That's the one.
Now I know you're weak.
And then we still have a removal up, huh? Probably I take both removals here, to be fair. Take both. Keep removal up here. And then we discard. Can discard. We don't need that many lands, so I think we can discard here. So they need creature again, and I will kill the creature. It's quite interesting. I definitely made a mistake there, but Quantum Riddle is the worst cut we could have found here. I mean, it's a lot of draw they get now. A lot of draw. But they have to utilize this. They have only one blue here. They can get the blue here from here. Nowhere to Run is such a weird card, honestly. In this matchup, usually it's fine, but like Quantum Riddler makes this deck way stronger in best of 1. Someone in my Discord made a nice post about it, and it was really informative how they played the Quantum Riddler and how it makes the best of 1 so much better. So they get 5 mana here, which I cannot stop. So that's another Vivi. That one we can get rid of though. They need a spell here, and if it's not blue, then we have Vivi down. Then we have 2 Vivis here already. It is actually a red spell here. I mean, they can use this, right? But it's the only way here. But I had to go for this gamble, right? And the -3/-3 is still good enough, so they can't use the mana on Vivi this turn. So I guess it's kind of okay. Okay, they let it go. Okay. Well, if that's the situation here, I think we're in a decent spot. Keep Tassa up. This is where we draw cards. As many as we can. This is where we do that. So the nowhere to run, even though I was a bit scared of Vivi, kind of worked out. A bit weird to be fair. But it worked out. So we're gonna draw 2 cards and then another one with Kaito, and we're looking for counterspell. We have Tassa now, so we can stop the Cauldron from working, which is really important. Bat is quite nice. But we cannot use the Bat here. So we would like to see the counter now. Because the Riddler is outside.
Information is its own weapon.
As much as I like the rat here, it's not what we want. Okay, we need to play only the Siren here and then pass turn. Because they will tap out. They will tap out on the Riddler. And next turn we can tap the Riddler and finish the game, right? Because I'm pretty sure they will go Riddler into draw, into hope they can play more spell off the Riddler. Okay, that's also interesting. Okay, I mean this one will happen. Now it's a bit dangerous because Tidebinder can be removed. So yeah. They could just keep a removal spell there. But we have Lethal on board. So here we get rid of this stuff. It's just important that the Cauldron cannot be used the way they want to use it, as you see with the Tishana's Tidebinder. In a best of 3 I would play more Tidebinders. So if they don't have a removal spell on Tidebinder, this is game. This is game right now. This is warp cost 5. So should be okay. This is the first time I play this matchup, by the way. I mean, of course we have a bit of a different configuration with the Nashi and the nowhere to run. But this is my first game ever. Yeah, you can do this. Okay. So what we're gonna do is play Bat. Then we know exactly what's up, you know. 2 damage to each creature. Okay. It's still lethal. Still lethal. Okay, yeah. Won this matchup. Yeah, the nowhere to run are a bit weird in this matchup, and I think I made a small mistake, but they had another Vivi in hand, so they definitely preferred it in the graveyard, so it kind of played out in a way that, in the end, we went there, but hey, GG. We do have a flash 2 into 3, and we could also use the counter here, which is not a bad hand, it's not a good hand. A 1-drop here would be absolutely crazy, but we don't play that many 1-drops, so it's fair in our configuration. Cannot be too picky here. Yeah, I think this looks okay. I think this is definitely keepable. Also like the Preacher here. Definitely like. As I will probably mention in the intro, If you want to play more around Kaito, you usually want to have more 1-drops. Because in the end, Kaito is definitely strong. So, okay, this is not so cool. Just drew a 1-drop, by the way. I'm gonna go Swamp first for hiding what we could play here. Double Mobilize is crazy. And a bit of a problem. So we are looking for... I think we go in here. I think we have to flip Cecil. And we also are looking for removal spells. Because this voice is a problem. And I don't want him to go crazy next turn. Because they can have the thing that where they do damage when a creature comes inside. So... Triple Mobilize. Okay, that's a bit rude. That's a bit rude here. Triple damn Mobilize. Well... The thing I can do right now is stop them from attacking with my Death Touchers. If I play Kaito before, it wouldn't be good enough. Yeah, this is the main problem, this card. But yet now we can trade, right? Yeah, we take damage, I get it. Let's see how far we can do this. Boom, boom, boom. It's lethal, huh? Hey, you got me. Yeah, I mean, easy matchup if you have your removal spells, which we have around 10 in our deck. Not easy if you don't have them. If you have counterspell and do have voice turn 2, it's hard. Kagan. Hey, Kagan, let's go. It's like a hand where you want to have Kaito, but we don't have, so... It is what it is. We do have removal though, but I'm not too happy with our lands. Because in a perfect world we have counter removal up, but let's see what they play, and then we make our decision. Because Preacher on curve is really strong. Okay. We don't know yet exactly, like Pixie decks usually run the Tragic. So, from what I know is that these type of decks, they play the Sacrifice one, which makes me believe we have to make... Can I run this and then just get crushed by Pixie into it? I think I have to. If they have it, they have it, you know. Not having that 1-drop here, I'm pretty sure they have it. I will just try. If they don't have it, we're good. It dodges their -3/-3, so they only can have Breaker. That's quite weird. Not gonna lie, that's super weird. I'm pretty sure they thought it's the Breaker here, and which is not. So sometimes it's okay to go for it, I guess, and yeah, we just went for it. It worked out. Oh, funny. Funny, funny, funny. Allegations. Allegations. A bit more aggressive. Need Kaito. Surveil. Surveil. I would say it's a control deck. Surveil lands you usually see there. Well, I mean, you can run it in Vivi too. Control. Oh, maybe. I have no idea, to be honest. Let's get information. Okay, it's the only removal spell. But they have a really aggressive hand. And we don't like that hand. At least we heal. Oh, it's tricky. There's a tricky hand over there. It's a lot of damage coming through. Have to play it a bit differently here. We go quite wide. If we top deck a cat, I think we have the highest chance to get out of this situation. That's what I believe. Okay. They have the aggressive side of the deck, which kinda is annoying. We wait until they put the counter on something. Some play Fire Magic, and Fire Magic is our nemesis. Drop the Cauldron. So they have 2 Cauldrons in hand. Let's see. It's preventing damage here, it's all we can do. All we can do right now. Okay. Cannot do much about this. But yeah. Need to get rid of certain cards here. So we can remove that with the Drowner and play another bat. We're definitely vulnerable to damage. I still think the cat is the best draw. But what do you want to do against this? Like, I mean, you can bounce it, yeah? Torch, okay. Sure. Not the card I was looking for. This is where we try to get some life. That's more like it. I know they have Cauldron, but they don't have something for Cauldron. I mean, we will get damaged, but we can block here. So this one gonna go quite big. So if they attack with both, we can block here. But it depends what they have, right? I'm on 14. I do think it's... No, we're gonna play this safe just in case. Just in case. They need to draw this card. If that's a Vivian F Cauldron in hand, I will be a bit mad. But we can block the fear of missing out, which is the most important part here of the 3-3. Okay, we cannot do that. So they had a bounce there. We have to take the damage. This one we have to block. Kaito tap is decent, I think. And we need 2 blockers here. If they draw land, maybe there's a world. Okay, of course they probably draw a 3 card, discard 1. Okay, cycling. Terza, super scary. They can just lock it out. Can you just draw land like any normal person would do? So now we have a bit of a problem. We are forced to block. They put it on the fear, I guess. We need to... We do have a way to tap one of their cards. The fear is the one we have to block here. They know we have Bat. We have Bat and Kite though. Which is decent enough. So that's of course the card that we don't like. Let's see how they play this. The fear is the one we have to block first. We were quite lucky here. And now we can lose the game, of course. It all depends if they lock out or not. They do have a torch here and then or a bounce, so they have the chance. Can definitely do it on the Mako here, which makes more sense, I think. But if they tap, I will get draws. Are you a good gamer? Okay. Bit lucky here. Let's see what we get.
Don't be jealous of my tap. Ha! I love a dramatic
Double
entrance.
creature is quite good for me. Okay, it's bad.
You're not going anywhere.
Of course it's a land. Okay. Let's see if we can navigate out of this situation. We have double block and all they have to do is draw land. Again. Also we have a Death Touch blocker. Okay, it seems like they tried to go for this and it's another land. Which is quite helpful. They cannot attack here. That's an interesting position. I could sacrifice my Kaito here. I think that's actually the play. This feels like the right thing to do.
Press the attack.
We have to do it like this. We put them on 4. We get an untapped creature here, and we have 2 mana, which will be the bat. Or it will just be the Drowner, right? What could they draw here? I know it's a land. So we keep up the Drowner in case they have haste. But even then it's not good enough. So they have to find a card now. Okay. It is dangerous, they can just win still. That's the card they drew for sure, so we see a discard of 2 lands, I guess. But Cecil is pretty nice there. Dangerous. You have Cauldron? Maybe it would have been better to play the bat. If they have Cauldron, they have me. They discarded 1 in the beginning, but 35, 25 cards deep. Could be it, you know. Could be it. This rat was really good here before. That token gave me... They have to go to next combat step here. But then they don't get this. Floating mana here. Okay. We still have Cecil here. Yeah. This worked out great. Ah, okay, we did the right decision. I'm quite glad about this. So we defeated 2 Vivi decks now with this list. Yeah, I'm quite happy about that. And yeah, GG. Well, these were some crazy games, especially for someone who played Dimir Midrange for the first time. One game against Vivi, I thought I maybe made a mistake, but it worked out great. I think this deck is super strong. I mean, we don't have to say that Dimir Midrange is a strong deck, and it's definitely tier 1. Do you think I made the deck better, or do I think I made the deck worse? I think in best of 1, actually, this could be even. Could be the same. I think Nashi is actually a super underrated card, and I think this card in a deck like this feels really, really powerful. So I loved having Nashi here, and yeah, I enjoyed it. As I said in the beginning, maybe I wanted to have 2 Tishana's Tidebinder, but I think I'm okay now, the way this run. I want to try out 4 Kaitos, but then I would have to have more 1-drops, but yeah. I will look into more red card. There was another red card, the 4 mana card with War 2. I wanted to fit it in, but I didn't feel like it's the right thing to do. We have a lot of removal, so it could work, but in the end, I think this is the better configuration. And yeah, hopefully you like the games, and if you like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. Join my Discord. I post these deck lists days before they come online here. I build decks every day, so feel free to join. And yeah, hopefully you like the video, and see you all next time. Wish you a good night, good day wherever you are. Bye everyone.